I'm not a very smart person. I'm enjoying the ignorance. Like, I'll try to fake something in the wrong language.
Power couple who really needs no introduction. That would be Amal and her husband, George, as in Clooney.
George Clooney has just revealed the shocking truth about his first marriage, and it's far more intense than anyone could have guessed. Known for his charm and successful career, Clooney's love life has always been under a bright spotlight. Could his struggles hold a deeper meaning that even he didn't realize at the time? Tune in as we uncover the moment that turned Clooney into a monster for the people around him, a marriage that wasn't meant to last. Let's take a step back to the mid-1980s when George wasn't the household name he is today. He was just a young actor trying to make it big in an industry that chews people up and spits them out. Around that time, he met Talia Balsam, an actress with her own impressive family background. Their paths crossed at a glamorous event, and the sparks were immediate. By 1989, they had tied the knot in a whirlwind Las Vegas wedding that seemed romantic at the time, but in hindsight was probably too rushed. They had chemistry, sure, but chemistry alone doesn't guarantee a happy ending. Before we go further, it's clear that the cracks in their marriage were far deeper than anyone could have imagined, and this won't be the only revelation that will shock you. The cracks started showing not long after the wedding. His career began to take off, and with it came the pressures of fame and the long hours on set. Meanwhile, Talia was navigating her own acting career. George has since admitted that he wasn't ready for the kind of commitment marriage required. He'd even developed a bleeding ulcer from the stress of trying to balance it all. By 1992, after just a few years of marriage, the couple divorced. He took responsibility for the failure, acknowledging that he hadn't been the partner Talia deserved. What followed was a phase of self-discovery. He threw himself into his work, landing roles that would eventually make him one of Hollywood's biggest stars. At the same time, he became known as the ultimate bachelor, dating high-profile women but steering clear of anything that looked like a serious relationship. It wasn't just about avoiding another failed marriage. He had come to believe that commitment wasn't for him. "I wasn't good at it," he'd later say in interviews, often with a self-deprecating smile that made the admission seem less heavy than it was. For years, he was the poster child for living the dream, single, successful, and seemingly carefree. But that persona masked a deeper truth. His reluctance to settle down wasn't just about his failed marriage. It was also about his fears of becoming a father. Friends joked that he'd have kids by 40, but he always brushed it off, saying he wasn't cut out for parenting. Behind the humor, there was a genuine hesitation. He knew that being a good parent required a kind of selflessness he wasn't sure he could muster. Then came Amal. In 2013, his carefully curated life took a sharp turn when he met Amal Alamuddin, a brilliant human rights lawyer. Their meeting wasn't just serendipitous, it was transformative. For the first time, he found himself wanting more than just a fleeting romance. Amal's intelligence, passion, and grounded nature captivated him in a way no one else ever had. 6 months into their relationship, he proposed. And though the moment didn't go as smoothly as he'd planned, Amal said yes. In 2014, they married in a lavish ceremony in Venice, Italy, that felt worlds away from his quickie Vegas wedding decades earlier. Marriage to Amal wasn't just a second chance, it was a revelation. He'd finally found someone whose values and ambitions matched his own. Together, they built a life that balanced glamour with substance. Amal's work as a human rights lawyer often took center stage, and he was more than happy to support her. He'd transitioned from being the leading man on screen to being a supportive partner behind the scenes. It was a dynamic that worked for them, though it wasn't without its challenges. The arrival of their twins, Ella and Alexander, in 2017 added another layer to his transformation. Becoming a father at 56 wasn't something he'd planned, but it changed him in ways he hadn't expected. For a man who once joked about never having kids, he quickly adapted to fatherhood. He's often spoken about the joy and sense of purpose his children have brought into his life. But parenthood also came with its share of struggles. He has admitted to feeling overwhelmed at times, especially as he juggled his career and family life. Despite the fairy tale elements of their relationship, their marriage hasn't been without rumors. Whispers of trouble in paradise began circulating as their careers pulled them in different directions. Amal's work often required her to travel, while he continued to take on film projects. At one point, sources claimed that they were spending less than 10% of their time together. The age gap between them also became a talking point, with him reportedly feeling insecure about how his aging might impact their relationship. However, the couple has consistently presented a united front. They've hosted charity events, attended high-profile functions, and spoken glowingly about each other in interviews. In 2024, they celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary with a star-studded event that seemed to put the rumors to rest, at least for now. He has made it clear that he's committed to making their relationship work, even if it means putting in extra effort to keep the romance alive. After the end of his first marriage, he began to learn more about himself and focus on his work, from heartthrob to family man. Looking back, his path from a young actor in a troubled marriage to a family man with a strong partnership is nothing short of remarkable. His story isn't just about love lost and found, it's about growth, self-awareness, and the choices that define us. He may have started his career as a heartthrob, but his evolution into a devoted husband and father shows a depth that goes far beyond his Hollywood persona. As we dive deeper into his life, it's clear that the story of his transformation is layered with complexities. After the end of his first marriage, he entered a phase of intense self-reflection. He had to confront not only the public's perception of him, but also his own insecurities. Hollywood fame brought its share of temptations and distractions, and he has admitted that his rise to stardom often felt isolating. During this time, he leaned heavily on his work, not just as an escape, but as a way to redefine himself. Movies like From Dusk Till Dawn and Out of Sight helped establish him as a leading man in Hollywood. But it wasn't until his role on ER as Dr. Doug Ross that he became a household name. The medical drama catapulted him to stardom, and he quickly became one of the most sought-after actors in the industry. Yet, behind the charm and charisma, he often struggled with the pressures of being in the spotlight. The relentless attention from tabloids and the public scrutiny of his personal life added layers of complexity to his already tumultuous path. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, his dating life became a focal point for gossip columns. He was linked to numerous high-profile women, including actresses and models. Despite the media frenzy, he managed to keep a sense of humor about it all. He often joked about his bachelor status, but those closest to him knew that his reluctance to settle down was rooted in deeper fears. He had seen firsthand how the demands of Hollywood could strain relationships, and he was determined not to repeat the mistakes of his past. It wasn't just his personal life that evolved during this period. He began exploring new avenues in his career, stepping into roles that challenged him as an actor and a filmmaker. His collaboration with director Steven Soderbergh on Ocean's 11 marked a turning point. The film's success not only solidified his status as a box office draw, but also paved the way for future projects that showcased his versatility. From Syriana to The Descendants, he demonstrated a range that few actors could match. By the time Clooney met Amal in 2013, he was at a point in his life where he was ready for change. The connection they shared was immediate, but it was the depth of their relationship that truly set it apart. Amal brought a sense of purpose and balance to Clooney's life, and their partnership quickly became a source of inspiration for those around them. Together, they navigated the challenges of maintaining a high-profile relationship while staying true to their values. Their wedding in Venice was a celebration of their love and commitment, but it was also a testament to the life they envisioned building together. Surrounded by family and friends, the couple exchanged vows in a ceremony that was both intimate and grand. Amal's stunning Oscar de la Renta gown and Clooney's dashing tuxedo captured the elegance of the occasion. It was a moment that marked the beginning of a new chapter for both of them. As they settled into married life, Clooney and Amal found ways to support each other's passions, whether it was through their humanitarian work or their shared love for the arts. The couple's bond only grew stronger. Their Lake Como home became a sanctuary, a place where they could escape the demands of their careers and focus on their family. The arrival of their twins added another layer of joy and fulfillment to their lives. Clooney's path has been one of reinvention and resilience. From his early struggles in Hollywood to his evolution as a husband and father, his story is a testament to the power of growth and self-awareness. As he continues to navigate the complexities of fame and family life, Clooney remains a figure who captivates and inspires. His life may be far from ordinary, but the lessons he's learned along the way are universally relatable. And yet, as much as Clooney's life seems picture perfect now, one can't help but wonder, is there more to the story? Does the pressure of maintaining a public image ever weigh on him? As his fame grew and his career soared, the attention on his personal life became relentless, turning his relationships into stories that fascinated and divided the public. The high cost of Hollywood divorces. Hollywood is no stranger to drama, and when it comes to divorces, the stories are just as captivating as the movies. These splits, involving the rich and famous, often turn into public spectacles filled with financial disputes, custody battles, and personal revelations that grab headlines for months, even years. Underneath all the glitz and glamour, though, these separations reveal the harsh realities of navigating relationships under relentless public scrutiny. Take Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, for instance. Once the golden couple of Hollywood, their split in 2016 was anything but smooth. After more than a decade together and 2 years of marriage, their divorce became a drawn-out legal saga involving custody fights over their 6 children and debates about how to divide their immense wealth. Their case highlighted just how complicated it can be to untangle lives so deeply intertwined, especially under the watchful eyes of millions. It was a reminder that even the most celebrated relationships can crumble under pressure. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's divorce is another story that kept everyone talking. Married for just a year, their split in 2016 quickly turned ugly with allegations of violence and courtroom drama. Heard obtained a restraining order, and the case became a battleground for larger conversations about domestic violence and public accountability. Though their divorce was finalized in 2017, the fallout from their relationship lingered as both parties continued to face public judgment. The case left a lasting impression about the consequences of airing private grievances on such a massive stage. Then there's the whirlwind romance of Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, who rekindled their early 2000s love story only to see it unravel again. Married in 2022, their relationship took a dramatic turn when Lopez filed for divorce in 2024, citing irreconcilable differences. Without a prenuptial agreement, dividing their assets turned into a messy ordeal. This split served as a cautionary tale about the importance of planning for all outcomes, even in fairy tale love stories. Financial disputes are a recurring theme in celebrity divorces. The divorce between Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott in 2019 stands out as one of the most expensive in history. As the founder of Amazon, Bezos' fortune was immense, and their separation involved the division of billions of dollars. Scott emerged from the divorce with a substantial settlement, which she used for philanthropy. Their case underscored the enormous stakes involved when wealthy power couples call it quits. Long-term marriages don't guarantee a happily ever after either. Bill and Melinda Gates' separation in 2021, after 27 years together, shocked the world. Their partnership wasn't just romantic, it extended to their work as one of the world's most influential philanthropic teams. While they emphasized their commitment to continuing their foundation's work, the divorce raised questions about how even decades-long partnerships can unravel when personal and professional lives are so deeply connected. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver's divorce in 2011 followed 25 years of marriage and a scandal that made headlines worldwide. The revelation of Schwarzenegger's infidelity and a child from an affair brought their relationship to a dramatic end. The story not only captivated the public, but also highlighted the devastating personal consequences of public betrayal. Even for a man known for playing larger-than-life roles, this scandal proved that no one is immune to personal mistakes. The end of Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' marriage in 2012 was just as intriguing. Their 6-year marriage ended abruptly when Holmes filed for divorce, seeking sole custody of their daughter. The speed of their settlement, just weeks after filing, was as shocking as the split itself. Many speculated about the role Cruise's personal beliefs played in the breakup, but the couple remained tight-lipped. Their case became a lesson in how privacy and swift legal action can minimize the chaos of public breakups. While some breakups were chaotic and painful, others revealed surprising ways to heal and move forward when love ends in the spotlight. Not all celebrity divorces are contentious, though. Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin introduced a new way of separating with their concept of conscious uncoupling. Married for over a decade, their split in 2014 emphasized harmony and co-parenting. While the term drew its fair share of mockery, their approach showed that not every divorce needs to end in bitterness. Their ability to maintain a positive relationship set a different tone for Hollywood breakups. Of course, not every split is so amicable. Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren's divorce in 2010 followed one of the biggest scandals in sports history. Woods' numerous infidelities came to light, and the fallout was as public as it was personal. Their separation underscored the immense pressure public figures face when their private lives unravel in front of the world. Sandra Bullock and Jesse James's marriage met a similar fate in 2010. Reports of James's infidelity led to a highly publicized divorce. Bullock, who had recently adopted a child, decided to move forward as a single parent. The strength she displayed during such a tumultuous time became a source of admiration for many, showing that even in heartbreak, resilience is possible. The divorce of Paul McCartney and Heather Mills in 2008 was another example of how messy these splits can become. Their court proceedings were filled with drama, with Mills eventually receiving a substantial settlement. The case highlighted the financial implications of high-profile divorces, as well as the challenges of negotiating under the spotlight. Madonna and Guy Ritchie's divorce in 2008 also drew significant attention. Married for nearly a decade, their split was marked by disputes over finances and custody of their children. The divorce exposed the challenges of balancing careers, parenting, and personal lives, even for global icons. Their case was yet another reminder that fame and fortune don't shield anyone from relationship struggles. Some divorces really grab our attention, like the one between Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. They got married back in 2014 and seemed to have it all. But by 2021, they were deeply involved in a complicated divorce that captured headlines everywhere. This split wasn't just about signing papers. It involved serious legal battles over who would keep their vast wealth and who would take care of their 4 children. Being hugely famous, their breakup was under intense scrutiny, turning into a real circus with every detail discussed and dissected by the public and the media. This highlighted just how complex things can get when a couple in the limelight decides to go their separate ways. Then you have Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott, who were married for almost 2 decades. Their relationship faced a lot of tests, from money troubles to Dean's infidelity. They shared their life with the world through their reality TV shows, which showcased every up and down. When news broke out in 2023 that they were splitting, it hardly shocked anyone. Their marriage had been crumbling under the spotlight for a while, and their breakup underscored how damaging too much public attention can be to personal relationships. High-profile divorces like these aren't just tabloid fodder. They shed light on the real and often painful issues within relationships that are magnified by fame. They show us that no amount of money or fame can protect you from relationship woes or the heartache of a breakup. These stories remind us that even the most glamorous couples face challenges, and that behind the glossy photos and splashy headlines are real people struggling with real emotions. These divorces tell us something important about love, fame, and the pressures of public life. They make us think about the personal cost of living under constant scrutiny and how it can strain even the strongest relationships. Each story of a celebrity divorce gives us a glimpse into the difficulties of maintaining a marriage in the public eye and the emotional toll it takes on those involved. By observing these public splits, we can see that no one is immune to relationship problems, no matter how rich or famous they are. These separations teach us about the complexities of love and commitment in an age where every move is watched and judged by millions. They remind us that in the world of celebrity, personal troubles become public spectacles, offering lessons on love, loss, and resilience to us all. Could George Clooney's confession be a heartfelt truth? Or is there more to his story that he's keeping from us? Share your thoughts and remember to like and subscribe for more.